I am pleased to introduce my friend, Randy Keller, one of the organizers, and he is going to, well, he'll motivate you. Come on! Good evening, Bowling Green! Can you hear me in the back? Good! Well, welcome to my first public speech in my life, so just bear with me, okay? Here's how it is. We are all exercising our First Amendment rights. God bless America. I asked to be the cheerleader of this crowd because, well, I'm told I get a little passionate and kind of go off the side a little bit. But I have the beauty of being the guy that wants to talk to you about education. I want to talk to you about your civic duty. And it begins with voting as the consequence. But before you pull that lever, push that button, pop that Chad, pray it doesn't hang. You need to know who you're voting for. We can no longer vote a party line. We must stop believing that somebody else is going to take care of it because they're smarter than we are. That is wrong. They are not smarter than we are, and let me prove it to you. Does everybody see that flag back there? If you look at the height of that flagpole, and you take our tax code, every page of it that is exceeded now over 70,000 pages, that is how tall your tax code is. Does this make any sense to anybody in this crowd? No. Now I have to say, my speech is actually gone. Barack Obama today, our president, said something that was inspiring. He said, our tax code is monstrous and needs to be changed. Those of you that are in this crowd, you don't know how to do it. We don't know how to do it, and we run it. But those people that know how to do it, they know how to skate by and make it work for them. And they are not you. Yeah. That is the point. The larger our government gets, the more distant they become from you. And I want you guys to remember that flagpole because I want you to remember one thing. I'm going to teach you something today. It's a Latin phrase. We use it in our legal system. But it's part of a moral fabric that's even more important than that. And it means, here's the word in Latin. It's res ipsa loquitur. What that means is a thing speaks for itself. When you have a tax code as tall as that flagpole, I think it speaks for itself. The other thing is, when you get out and you vote, before you vote, know your candidate. There are so many sound bites and things I could speak to that I've heard in the last 20 years. But the one thing that really got me going more than anything was a United States Senator talking on television and said, you know what? These silly traditional values and this strong foreign policy, it's over. I don't know how you feel about that, but I started thinking, gee, what are those silly traditional values that we have, and what are you replacing them with? What is he going to replace honesty with? Yeah. What is he going to replace character with? What is he going to replace the value of our family unit with? Does anybody have an idea? Because I'm not hearing it from him.
The United Nations. Portuguese water dog.
The government is in foul. Portuguese water dog. There you go. Let's rally around that guy. Yeah. God bless the puppy. Our morals and values and our silly little traditions is what allowed the captain of an American ship to take and allow himself to be taken hostage to let his crew get free. The American government did what it really only does do well, and that was sent out the special forces to get a job done. I'm sorry, but everything else I have seen in my lifetime has not really impressed me with what our government does when they get our money. And don't forget, they don't have any money. It's your money.
That's right.
It's my money. And when I think of all of the stuff that we're inundated with every day, we've got all this information, we have news, the net, our friends, our groups, our organizations, fun things come, and things that make sense come from all different places. And I don't know if you remember this movie, but it was called Network. And the guy that said it seemed like a real crackpot, but what he said was, I am mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore! That just sounds crazy, doesn't it? No! Well, this is where we're at. Common sense has never been so uncommon as it is right now. The people that we are putting into this office need to represent our silly little values and our traditions. And if they've got something else better, then be honest and do what you say you're going to do. Show us who you are and be that same person after you start drinking the polluted water from the Potomac. Because I don't know what happens to them when they get there. But it's a big club. And it's not even a boys' club anymore. We've got blacks, whites, girls, others. And that's okay, because we are all of those things. That is what America is made of.
That's right.
And I kind of like that. And I want that country back.
Amen.
I wish my son could be here for no other reason than to stand across this sea of people and see just good, honest, hard-working American people that have taken time out of their day, have come together to say, enough is enough. And today, you have joined a group, almost. As soon as we get all your names and stuff, we're going to actually, you understand how this whole process is working. We've been listening to the national events. The way our group, the way all of you have shown up today this is typical across the nation. You have joined over 450 cities across the United States, hundreds of thousands, and hopefully maybe millions, because truly we have about 7 times more people here than we thought were going to be here. So imagine. We want to put together an organization that represents the local American people of Bowling Green. We want the city of Bowling Green to work with the other cities, counties of the state of Kentucky for state issues. So if we need to get together as a state, go to Lexington, Frankfort, Louisville, wherever our state needs us to represent us. We want to be there. The nation's group is being put together by city, by state, to share this information, to put your voice out there as a group of people that the politicians are going to have to move through, honor, respect, and represent the way we expect them to represent and govern on our behalf. I want to thank all of you for coming out today. This is an unbelievable opportunity. This is American in action, and stick with us, because guys, this is just the beginning. Go!